22:47 Terran Standard Time. The entrance remained open, silent, motionless, waiting. ASEAN Recon Team Alpha-Six assembled at the threshold. Final equipment checks were completed. Signal tethers established. Helmet systems synchronized. No Terran expedition had ever encountered a structure of this scale, or this age. Beyond the entrance, all scans returned incomplete. The darkness below absorbed every attempt to map it. No one knew who built the structure. No one knew why it existed. Only one fact remained certain. Something beneath Khepri-Nine had opened its doors, and humanity had chosen to enter. Surfaces rose into darkness overhead. Master Sergeant Ortega tilted his helmet upward. The ceiling never appeared. The structure remained silent, motionless, watching. And for the first time since entering the vault, the recon team began to understand the scale of what stood around them. Then, something changed. Far ahead in the darkness, a light appeared, a single point of illumination, weak, ancient, then another, and another. One by one, lights began activating deeper within the structure. The corridor slowly emerged from the darkness. What the recon team first believed to be a passageway was something far larger. The illuminated path extended beyond visual range, beyond scanner range, beyond any distance the structure should have physically contained. Lieutenant Villanueva of BRP Sulu requested updated spatial mapping. The results returned incomplete. The deeper the scanners probed, the farther the corridor appeared to continue, as if the structure itself refused to reveal its true dimensions. For several moments, no one spoke. The team simply watched, because every new light revealed more of the corridor, and every revelation made the structure appear even larger than before. The descent had only begun, and contradicted the last. Navigation systems began generating overlapping maps. Distances failed to align, angles failed to align, volumes failed to align. The structure appeared larger inside than outside, far larger. Terran science offered no explanation. Master Sergeant Ortega compared the latest data against the original Canyon survey. The results should have been impossible. According to the scans, the corridor now occupied more space than existed beneath Khepri-Nine. No one spoke, because everyone understood the same thing. The structure was not behaving incorrectly. Reality was. And the deeper they advanced, the worse the distortion became. Then, the corridor ended, and something enormous waited beyond it. The passage opened into a chamber of impossible scale. Helmet lights disappeared into the darkness. The far walls remained invisible. The ceiling could not be identified. The floor extended beyond sensor range. At the center of the chamber stood a machine. Not a vehicle, not a reactor, not a facility. A machine, ancient beyond measurement. Its surface was composed of the same black metallic material found throughout the structure. No moving parts were visible. No operators were present. No control stations existed. Yet the machine was active. Faint energy signatures pulsed beneath its surface, slow, steady, deliberate, as though the system had never truly shut down, only entered a state of waiting. Corporal Santos attempted to identify its purpose. The scanner returned no match. No Terran database contained anything remotely comparable. The machine occupied the center of the chamber like the heart of something far larger. And for the first time since entering the vault, the recon team realized a disturbing possibility. The structure was not a building. It was part of a system, and that system was still running. Then a symbol appeared. A single line of light emerged across the machine's surface. Thin, precise, ancient. For several seconds, nothing else happened. Then another symbol illuminated, and another. The chamber began responding. Patterns spread across the black metallic walls. Geometric markings that had remained dormant for untold ages slowly awakened. Light traveled through channels hidden beneath the surface, across pillars, across platforms, across structures extending far beyond visual range. The activation continued outward in every direction, like a signal propagating through a system larger than the chamber itself. Master Sergeant Ortega ordered an immediate systems check. Power readings across the vault increased dramatically, yet no identifiable power source could be found. The structure was awakening, and it was doing so in response to something. Corporal Santos reviewed the sensor logs, then reviewed them again. The timing was impossible. Every activation event began only after Alpha-Six entered the chamber. The machine had not awakened on its own. It had reacted. To them, no alarm sounded, no weapons deployed, no hostile action occurred. Yet the message was unmistakable. The vault knew they were there. Then the lights reached the far side of the structure, and for the first time, the darkness retreated. The recon team stopped. What stood before them was not a room, not a facility, not a vault. It was a chamber of impossible scale. Towering black architecture vanished into darkness above. Massive platforms suspended across distances beyond visual range. Ancient machine structures extended in every direction. The far walls could not be identified. The ceiling could not be identified. Even the chamber floor disappeared beneath layers of shadow. Human beings appeared microscopic within the space. Tiny observers standing inside something that should never have existed beneath Khepri-Nine. Lieutenant Villanueva requested a full environmental scan. The system returned incomplete. Estimated volume exceeded all previous projections. For several moments, no one spoke, because every discovery made since entering the structure now seemed insignificant. The corridors, the machinery, the activation sequence, all of it had only been the outer layers. The true structure was far larger, far older, and far more complex than anyone had imagined. Then a new signal appeared. Origin point, unknown. Direction, below. Then the signal changed. At first, the anomaly appeared identical to the transmission detected on the surface. But the pattern was different, more complex, more deliberate. CPL Santos isolated the source. The results returned immediately. Origin point, unknown. Direction, below, far below. Deeper than the chamber, deeper than the vault, deeper than any structure Terran scanners could identify. The transmission was not coming from the machine. It was coming from somewhere beneath it. A second pulse appeared, then a third. The signal continued propagating through the structure. Beyond the chamber, beyond Khepri-Nine, beyond the system itself. No known Terran protocol matched its format. It was not language, not audio, not data. Yet something was being transmitted. Something was calling outward. And somewhere beyond known Terran space, something answered. Episode 1. The Descent. End transmission.